Marketing AI Radio, your shortcut to building smarter AI-driven marketing organizations. This show is hosted by digital personas Bailey and Kai and provided by marketingfrontier.ai.
You know, it seems like almost every marketer I talk to these days is completely overloaded.
Yeah.
We're all juggling way too many things. And now everyone's telling us we need to add AI into the mix.
Right.
But how are we supposed to do that when we're already struggling to keep up with everything else?
It is kind of a paradox.
That really is.
AI is supposed to save us time, but it takes time to learn and implement.
Exactly. It's like we need to figure out AI to get more time, but we need time to figure out AI.
It's a bit of a catch-22.
So how do we break free from this cycle? Like, where do we even begin?
Well, you know, I was reading some work by marketing leader Melissa Reeve, and
Oh, yeah, I've heard of her.
she had some really insightful thoughts on this. And one thing she emphasized that really resonated with me is that just throwing AI into an already overloaded team
Right.
doesn't solve the problem.
Yeah, it's not a magic bullet. So we need to address the overload issue first.
Exactly. You've got to optimize the way you're working right now.
Okay, so that makes sense. I mean,
Streamline those processes,
Yeah.
eliminate inefficiencies.
so you're creating space.
Yeah, creating that breathing room before you even start adding AI to the mix.
It's like cleaning up your workspace before you start a new project.
Exactly.
Okay, but where do we even begin with optimizing everything?
Well, Reeves highlights visualizing your workflows as a good starting point.
Okay.
So think about how you're tracking your work right now. Are you still relying on that never-ending to-do list?
Oh, for sure.
Spreadsheets, sticky notes?
Yeah, my desk is a disaster.
I hear you, but the thing is, our brains process visuals way faster than text. So trying to manage everything in a purely textual format is just incredibly inefficient.
So how do we bring more visuals into the picture then?
That's where tools like Trello, Asana, or Kanban boards can really come in handy.
I've heard of those, yeah.
They can be absolute game changers for marketers because they allow you to see all your tasks at a glance.
Yeah, right.
And you can identify bottlenecks or inefficiencies.
Like getting a bird's eye view of your whole operation.
Yeah, exactly. And by visualizing your workflows, you can start to identify those areas where you're wasting time or duplicating effort.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
You know, maybe you'll realize that multiple team members are working on similar tasks without even knowing it. Yeah, and those are things that can easily slip through the cracks when you're just looking at a list of tasks, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So by getting this clear visual overview of your workflows,
Yeah.
you can start to see those low-hanging fruit, those areas for optimization.
Absolutely.
Then the next step is to tackle the ever-present challenge of prioritization.
Ugh, yeah, prioritization.
It's a beast.
It's a never-ending battle in marketing because it seems like everything is urgent and important all the time.
Right. And if you're not careful,
Yeah.
you end up chasing your tail
Yes.
and you just feel like you're not making any real progress.
I've been there.
Reeve actually points out that a lot of marketing teams fall into the trap of what she calls ad hoc prioritization.
Oh, what's that?
Well, it basically means that priorities are shifting constantly. There's a real lack of alignment.
So it's like everyone's running around like crazy, but no one really knows what they should be focusing on.
Exactly. So to break free from that chaotic cycle,
Yeah.
she suggests committing to a specific prioritization framework.
I think I see where you're going with this.
Okay, good.
Are there any particular frameworks that you recommend?
Well, one that's become quite popular is the RICE method,
Okay.
which stands for Reach, Impact, Confidence, and Effort.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, have you ever used it?
I haven't, no.
It's pretty straightforward, actually.
Okay.
Basically, for each task, you assign a score for each of those 4 factors: reach, impact, confidence, and effort. And you base that on a predetermined scale,
Okay.
and then you calculate a final RICE score
Gotcha.
by multiplying the 4 individual scores together.
So the tasks with the highest RICE score are the ones you prioritize first.
Exactly. It's a way to quantify the potential value of each task so you can make data-driven decisions about what to focus on and what to deprioritize, or maybe even eliminate altogether.
I like that it takes some of the guesswork out of it.
Right.
It's not
But-
just about whoever's screaming the loudest anymore.
It's not about who's got the most urgent problem at that moment.
Right. Yeah.
You have a system.
Exactly.
And then by using a consistent framework like RICE,
Yeah.
you ensure that everyone on the team is
Yeah.
aligned on what's truly important
I like that. Yeah.
and what can be pushed to the back burner.
Because let's be honest, there are always tasks that we do just because we've always done them,
Absolutely.
not because they're actually making a difference.
Prioritization forces us to really consider, Is this valuable? Should we even be doing this at all?
That's a good point.
So by optimizing our workflows, prioritizing effectively,
Yeah.
we can start to create that bandwidth that we need to explore and integrate AI tools strategically.
It's like clearing out the clutter in your mind and on your to-do list.
Exactly.
So you can make room for something new and innovative.
Right. It makes it a lot more manageable.
Okay, so I think this is all starting to make sense.
Good.
We've visualized our workflows. We've prioritized ruthlessly. What's next?
Now that you've freed up some mental space,
Right.
created some breathing room in your schedule,
Yeah.
it's time to identify those quick wins where AI can deliver the most immediate impact.
Okay.
And to do that, think about those repetitive, time-consuming tasks that make you wish you had a clone.
Oh, I definitely have a few of those.
I bet you do.
Like reporting.
Yeah.
I spend hours every week just gathering data and putting together reports.
That's a perfect example. That's something AI can handle beautifully.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
There are tools like Google Data Studio or Supermetrics
Okay.
that can automate data collection and visualization,
Oh, wow.
freeing you up to focus on analysis and insights.
So I can actually spend my time thinking about the data,
Right.
not just gathering it.
Instead of just compiling it.
That would be amazing.
Imagine getting those hours back in your week.
Oh, that would be a game changer.
What about social media scheduling?
Ugh, don't even get me started.
That's another one, right?
I'm constantly switching between platforms, crafting posts, trying to figure out the best times to post.
Well, there are platforms like Hootsuite and Buffer.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
They can take that off your plate.
Really?
You can bulk schedule your social media posts across multiple platforms, saves you tons of time, ensures a consistent presence.
Okay, this is starting to sound a little bit less overwhelming.
Good.
What about email marketing? Is there any AI magic for that?
Absolutely. AI can play a huge role in optimizing your email campaigns.
Like how?
For instance, MailChimp's Content Optimizer. It can analyze your campaigns and suggest tweaks
Okay.
to improve engagement and open rates.
That's really cool.
Yeah, very helpful.
What about these generative AI tools like ChatGPT?
Yeah.
They seem to be everywhere.
They are. They really are.
I'm curious how they fit into all of this.
ChatGPT and other generative AI tools are incredibly versatile.
Oh?
You can use them for everything,
Well,
from strategizing campaigns,
Okay.
drafting content, analyzing results, even generating creative ideas.
That's amazing.
It's like having a multi-talented marketing assistant at your fingertips.
It really is.
Right.
This is where it gets interesting.
Right.
I'm excited to delve a little bit deeper into that.
Yes.
See how we can leverage the power of particularly generative AI for marketing.
Yeah.
But before we get too carried away with all the shiny AI tools out there, let's take a step back and think about content creation.
Okay.
Because that's obviously a huge part of marketing.
Absolutely.
And I think there's a lot of potential there for AI to really transform things.
Right.
So let's talk about that next.
Sounds good. Imagine being able to draft all sorts of marketing copy in minutes instead of hours.
Wait, are you saying AI can actually write decent marketing copy now?
It's pretty amazing.
Wow.
But remember, AI isn't just about speed, it's also about quality and insight.
Okay.
For example, there are tools like Market Muse.
I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
What does it do?
It can analyze your existing content,
Okay.
identify gaps in your content strategy, and even suggest new topics that are likely to resonate with your audience.
So it's not just about pumping out more content.
No.
It's about creating content that's actually strategic
Exactly.
and aligned with what my audience wants, like that.
And it goes even deeper than that.
Okay, how so?
There are platforms like Seventh Sense that can analyze your audience's behavior and preferences
Oh, wow.
and personalize email, send times and content for each recipient.
So we're not just blasting out, we can actually tailor each message to the individual.
Exactly. AI allows you to deliver highly personalized messages at scale.
That's incredibly powerful.
It is, and it can significantly boost your engagement and conversion rates.
Okay, I'm starting to see how AI can be a really valuable asset for marketers.
Yeah.
But even with all these incredible tools, I can't help but wonder about the human element. How do we make sure our teams are on board with AI and that everyone's working together effectively?
That's a crucial question.
Yeah.
Even with the most sophisticated AI tools, they won't reach their full potential if your team isn't aligned.
Right.
Or if they're resistant to change.
So it's not just about plugging in the technology and hoping for the best.
That starts with fostering open communication and addressing any concerns or fears that your team might have about AI.
Because let's be honest, Some people are going to be worried that AI is coming for their jobs.
Absolutely. And it's not about dismissing those fears.
Right.
It's about acknowledging them and reframing the narrative.
Okay.
We need to emphasize that AI is a tool to enhance human capabilities.
Not replace them.
It's about finding that sweet spot
Yeah.
where human ingenuity and AI capabilities work together.
I like that.
And to get there, we need to invest in training and development.
Okay.
Equip your team with the skills and knowledge they need to understand AI. Use it effectively and feel confident about its role in their work.
Because if people feel like they're being left behind, they're going to resist.
They'll be scared.
Exactly.
Encourage your team to explore different AI tools.
Yeah.
Test new approaches and share their findings with each other.
So it's about fostering a sense of curiosity.
Yeah.
And excitement.
Excitement around AI, not just mandating its use. And remember, celebrate those early wins. Share examples of how AI is making a positive difference within your organization, whether it's saving time, boosting efficiency, or unlocking new creative possibilities.
That's a good point.
So to kind of sum up everything we've talked about so far,
Okay.
it seems like the key to conquering this marketing AI time paradox is to address that time crunch by optimizing what we're already doing.
Right.
Then strategically integrate those AI tools
Yeah.
while bringing our teams along on that journey.
Absolutely.
That's a great summary.
Thanks. This has been a really insightful conversation.
Thanks for listening to the show today. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. Visit us at marketingfrontier.ai for more resources, tools, and expert advice. And until next time, keep pushing the boundaries of what AI can do for you.